Hey guys, welcome back. Season 9 is officially returning this weekend, and I just want to get a couple little updates in. Just be warned that there might be some spoilers from the comics. We have no unreleased insider info. This is all just technically rumors, speculation, and theories. This is The Broken Dead. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. This is Dylan, and The Walking Dead comes back this weekend, and we're going to see what's going on with the Whisperers and Jesus's death, and them capture. It looks like they've captured Lydia from the promo photos they've got out there already. They've had some pretty amazing promos over the break. Some nice creepy little Whisperer commercials and stuff. So. Pretty excited for it to come back. It's been a while. And if you guys don't know, this is also available as a podcast as well as on YouTube. Just search The Broken Dead wherever you get your nice podcasts from. All the best podcasts carry The Broken Dead, of course. So, let's see. You can find us on the website is www.broken.pictures. You can find me on Facebook, Broken Pictures Social, Instagram, and Twitter. It's broken_social. Go ahead and send us some. Go ahead and tweet us or message us and let us know what you think, theories and different plot points you got going on, different things you're thinking about. And if you like the episode, of course, on Patreon, we're Broken Pictures. But more importantly, if you guys would like, share, and subscribe. And I say this every time, but I really mean it. If you would go in, if you're on the podcast, just go down and give us 4 or 5 stars. We'd appreciate that. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and like the video and comment below what you thought. We'd appreciate that. And that just helps more people find the video. It tells the algorithm of the program that you're using this is something worth finding. So,
spoiler alert.
So this episode 9, is going to be called Adaptation. And from the teasers, it looks like they kind of bring Lydia back and Daryl and her have some conversations. Her and Henry maybe connect and some run-ins with Alpha. They've teased a lot coming forward, so we'll find out what exactly happens in episode 9 moving forward. But they're, let's see. Episode 10 is going to be called Omega, by the way. Supposed to be a little backstory about Alpha there, but we'll see. A couple big things happened over the break that I just want to touch on real quick. This is going to be a really short, just kind of prepping and getting ready for the episode tomorrow. Just getting ready. Well, I say tomorrow. I'm recording. It's tomorrow, but for you watching this right now, it's going to be tonight probably. Just kind of get us in the right frame of mind and get caught up. So The Walking Dead in 2018 was the most in-demand TV series in the world, according to the Guinness Book of World Records. So that's a pretty big deal. That's pretty cool. Let's see. So with our characters, there's been a lot going on. We know that, excuse me, we know that Norman Reedus and Melissa McBride signed 3-year, I think like $20 million contracts. That way they'll be in the show. If they're not in the show, they'll be in a spinoff or they'll be in a possible movie or something somewhere in the Walking Dead expanded universe is what they're calling it. They'll be somewhere in there for what's going on. If they die, if they're written off the show or whatever, they'll still get paid. They'll be connected. They can pop up anywhere in the expanded universe. And but we also know that Lauren Cohan kind of ran into some contract issues before this season began. To come back, she was able to work it out with Angela Kang and AMC and I guess Scott Gimple. But anyways, she was able to work it out with The Walking Dead to come back in a limited in a limited fashion. So only 5 episodes. We thought we were going to get 6. Maybe that's still yet to come. We'll see. But they're saying that was it for season 9 for Maggie, and she'll be back in season 10. She's got another show that they basically just didn't want to pay her what she thought she was worth. And, to be blunt, she probably was worth what she was asking. And it's kind of typical to go back and forth and negotiate contracts like that. And, but AMC didn't want to pay her. And, so she just went and found another job, and now she's got another job. And the new showrunner is trying to still keep her character on board and has been in contact with Lauren Cohan on a regular basis. They're done filming this season, and they're starting to write starting to write season 10. And she says she's only got one. Angela King, the showrunner, says she's only got one version of season 10, and it includes Maggie. And so she's not coming with a plan B to try to see what she can do to get out of it or whatever. But all that depends on how Lauren Cohan's new show, Whiskey Cavalier, does in season 1 that's coming out. The issue is that they film at about the same time. So she can't really just film The Walking Dead in her off season or anything like that. So with all that going on and scheduling conflicts and everything, they've kind of tossed up the idea of a Maggie spinoff. So let me know what you guys think about that. I don't know if I would. I mean, I want to see what's going on with Maggie, but I don't know if I'm excited about a spinoff necessarily. I mean, I'd like to see episodes in The Walking Dead, and with everything that's going on with The Walking Dead, with them trying to establish themselves in a world with characters after Rick's exit, they really need their strong characters, and they need to be building up their B characters. And that leads me to my next point with Denai Guerrera has announced that she is leaving The Walking Dead. Season 10 will be her last season. Apparently they were trying to get the same type of deal with her that last we heard she was trying to get the same type of deal as Melissa McBride and Norman Reedus, but for whatever reason, whether it was scheduling or opportunity or pay, we don't know, that has kind of broken down. And so Denai Guerrera does have a lot going on right now outside of even becoming a big star with Black Panther and the Avengers and everything. She is an accomplished playwright and an actress for the stage. So she's a very busy, very popular lady. Her career is exploding, so I can't really fault her for wanting to take advantage of all the opportunities in the moment. But from what we understand, she still is dedicated to The Walking Dead. She doesn't want to just up and leave it, but they're not really working with her too much, even though a couple seasons ago they worked with her and let her take off time to go be in Black Panther, to go film for that. Excuse me. So it remains to be seen how that's going to play out. They're saying that they have signed a contract where she will come back in limited fashion for season 10. So we're talking maybe the same thing as Andrew Lincoln and Lauren Cohan, where they only came back for 5 or 6 episodes. So that remains to be seen how much we're going to see her next season and how they're going to wrap up her story, because she's got 2 kids, right? And if she finds out information about Rick and goes gallivant and goes off to try to find Rick, then what happens with her kids? Does she take them with her on that dangerous adventure? Does she have Tara? Does she have Daryl? Who's going to Aaron watch her kids? I mean, that's going to be hard to explain away. I mean, they already did it once with Rick leaving the show. It was really not his choice. And he was kind of, taken away on a helicopter and everything, because one of the arguments was, hey, Rick would never leave his family. And I would have to say that the same argument is true for Michonne. She would not just up and leave her kids. Surely they can't just whisk her away on a helicopter too. That would be redundant and ridiculous. What do you guys think? How do you think they're going to play that out? They're saying that she could possibly show up in the Rick movies that Andrew Lincoln is going to be doing. There's supposed to be 3 Rick movies coming to tell what is going on between this time jump with Rick, but that's going to be difficult to suss out because of the time jump. The time jump it breathed a lot of life into the show to where, things are unknown and different again, and things have changed, and we're figuring all this out. But at the same time, it's caused a lot of conflict because if they're crossing over characters like before the time jump, Morgan went to Fear the Walking Dead. Now Dwight is at Fear the Walking Dead. So if they're going to keep crossing over characters, how are they going to do that with the time jump? Are they just going to bring the Fear the Walking Dead up to the same time as The Walking Dead? It's a very difficult thing to figure out. You could say, oh, it would just be that simple, but there are a lot of moving parts here, especially with the Rick movies where all this is happening. Supposedly from the point he got on the helicopter, which was like 5-6 years ago. Now Judith is 11 years old. So how are they going to have Rick trying to make it back to find his family during this time, and then Michonne show up, even though she was already at a different point in the timeline? It's going to take some wizardry in the writing room to figure this out. I'm interested to see how that's going to play out and what they're going to do, because right now they've lost Rick. They've lost. Started with Glenn and Abraham, and then Sasha, and then of course Maggie and Rick, and now Michonne and Carl, of course. All the main cast of characters has now moved on from the show, whether they died or moved, just were whisked away or whatever, or somewhere else. What are they doing to replace those characters? Because things are getting really thin right now, and so they really need to start building, especially. I don't know how it's going to play out, because they've already filmed all of season 9. So they can't really start. Okay, well, now we got to start building up our B characters, unless they already started doing that and getting us invested in people that they've had around for a while, like Tara or Enid or some of these Aaron, Gabriel, Rosita, Eugene, all these other ones who have just been kind of like B characters and waiting in the wings while we got to focus on our main protagonists like Rick and Rishon and all the ones that have now moved on. They haven't really spent the time to replace them. So, that it remains to be seen how they're going to build the show back up and get people interested and keep people excited when all the people that they cared about are leaving, are gone. And so, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, that's it, it's done." But they said the same thing when Andrew Lincoln left, and some, it's kind of bounced back a little, and it's gotten interesting. And Angela Kang has worked wonders, and she's doing great. But I feel bad for her because she's getting it. And she's just been taking hits, like this with Rick. She's got to recover from Rick leaving. She's got to figure out Maggie. She's got to recover from Michonne leaving. So she's got to figure out how all these puzzle pieces fit together and still save the show. Because I think everybody can agree that it's taken a major hit and it's not doing so hot. It's doing better than it was with the Negan thing, but. So, it's kind of made a little upturn, despite the fact that Rick has left. But that's only with the promise of the Rick and Michonne reunion. So, I'm very confused about how this is going to work out. We're just going to have to wait and see. I don't know. Maybe they could bring the Fear people over and just merge the shows and make it all The Walking Dead again. and just give up on. It seems like with this expanded universe that they're spreading themselves really thin, and they're not really putting good quality in The Walking Dead like they used to. And they're just getting distracted and looking other places, and it's hurting their main cash cow, so they, maybe they need to pull back a little bit and start cutting out all this spinoff stuff, and maybe do the movies and go that direction, but stop doing the spinoffs and stop splintering out in so many directions and thinning things out so much. So that's my opinion about it. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And don't forget to like and share the video. And if you would, rate and review that in the podcast. And you can visit the website. That's I can't talk right now. www.broken.picturesno.com. And also, we've got our Walking Dead community on there. If you want to join that, that's broken.pictures/TWD, I believe. You can find that from the main page. But also find us on social media and tweet at us. Let us know what you think. And let's keep the conversation going. And we'd appreciate that. So this is Dylan. I appreciate you. Peace.